Today on Megadad's Live, we're cracking that whip with Indiana Jones and the Great Circle for Nintendo Switch 2. We've also got our super positives, and we're rounding things off with a sweet release, a look at the games coming next week. Now let's start the show.
I have in my house a jet tub.
A jacuzzi tub. You're the 1%. You're the people that are fucking everything up.
And I had talked not that long ago about how I don't take baths because I think water is gross, right? But every once in a while, I'll take a relaxing jacuzzi bath. I did this yesterday, and I made that fucker hot. Like so hot. I got in.
Making Adam soup.
As I lowered myself into this pot of boiling water.
Ball sack first?
How?
Keep going.
Do you think anyone in the history of mankind has ever had a sunburn on their asshole?
Absolutely.
Megadad's Live is a mature-rated podcast. It's for the Megadads, the Mega Moms, but not the Mega Kids. So put on those earmuffs and let's go!
How would that work?
Well, first, you come up with the idea and curiosity.
You'd have to intentionally do it.
I mean,
there's no way to do it on accident.
I mean, you could be engaged in other activities that just so happen to involve a spread cheek situation outdoors, and you're at it for quite a while, and the rays of the sun do what the rays of the sun do, and voila, you have a burned anus.
But so like the odds of that.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. It's like the odds of like you think about some obscure thing or maybe an obscure accident or you know, like we're talking about, and you're like, how many times has this happened in history?
Right.
Like how many times has a gaming podcast talked about sunburned assholes? Are we the first?
This could be the first time.
Are we pioneers? Whoa.
My mind is like
we're trailblazers, Adam. It's like we're going to space for the first time, but not space.
And not nearly as important.
No. So you were how long were you thinking about burned anus? Way
too long. My brain will sometimes go down these rabbit holes, and I think about this in like different contexts a lot. Like I wonder how many like what you were just saying. I wonder how many times somebody has said this, or I wonder how many times somebody has done this. But I could not get my brain out of the idea of like your butthole is so shaded naturally and so obscured, so hidden,
protected.
Like I genuinely wonder if that's ever happened. And if it has, it had to be on purpose. In which case, what the fuck?
I don't know. I think the jury is out. I think the research needs to be done. Okay. So I saw a video, right?
Okay.
This was honestly by accident, and I learned that assholes are different colors. You know what I mean? Like the inner tubing, the tubing, and I hadn't thought about it. I just wanted to share that. I had seen some video evidence of coloration, and then I started thinking about it. And did a little light research and then kind of figured it out.
This is based on ethnicity, I assume?
I didn't watch that first video long enough. Like I kind of was like, whoa. And then like immediately pivoted. So I actually didn't know. I didn't notice the ethnicity of the asshole that I had saw.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure that I could tell the ethnicity of the asshole that I saw. Huh? Yeah. It was a... So leave a comment what color your anus is so we can do some
we're gonna need to go further on this. We're gonna have to do this social media style because we're gonna need color swatches, and we can't do that in a YouTube comment format. So like that's your homework, like since you've already
like the
seen
teeth whitening thing, the teeth whitening thing where it has like how white is your teeth.
So I need you to make me a asshole swatch.
I mean,
based
people
on your
bleach their
research.
asshole. I heard that in that one movie, and that was the first time I heard of it, Bridesmaids or whatever, when they were joking about it. I'm like, people do that? And they're like, oh yeah, that's a real thing. So yeah, people bleach it. What were we talking about?
This was what we were talking about.
Oh, okay. I was like, how did we
Unfortunately-
get so deep inside the anus?
It's just who we are. This is what we do.
Megadad's being super positive.
Megadad's Super Positive, where we bring the things that are bringing us joy and exuberance in life. And man, I've had just like this wonderful week of being proud of my kids. Like we talk about this a lot
Absolutely.
on our Super Positives. Just like, damn, our kids are fucking cool. You know,
Yeah.
there's so much about being a parent that can be frustrating or stressful or just wears you down. But when you have those moments of just pure pride, that's something else. And my son has become a black belt in karate after 7 years.
Amazing.
Show.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Wow.
they know that he's been working hard for it, and he nailed it. And the karate dojo that he goes to, it's been the same dojo since day one for 7 years, and he's had the same instructor, the same master. And I got to talk with this guy at the belt graduation, and just like hearing him talk about my kid and how much he's grown up and how far he's come, it's just really, really proud moment. My daughter is in gymnastics, and she's got a recital coming up really soon. And just like the kids are getting older, and they're finding their lane, they're finding their channel in life. And it's really cool as a parent to know that you didn't screw them up too bad. I mean, I definitely screwed them up in significant ways, but they're overcoming it. And that makes me feel good.
So, and excuse my ignorance, but I'm pretty sure karate is not like based on like I need to harm people. Like that's not like the point. It's more like defensive. Is that right?
Yeah. Originally, we wanted him to learn some roadhouse moves, right? We wanted him to be able to rip somebody's throat out with his bare hands.
Yeah.
But after 2.5 years, we figured out that wasn't the point. It is self-defense driven, which is good because he is a sensitive little redhead, and he's probably going to be bullied really hard in his life.
I mean, but not now, right? Like, is the black belt, you are now this potentially lethal, or is it like, oh, it's like a pizza you put in the oven. It's like, oh, it cooks. And once it cooks enough, you get the end result. So like the more you do karate, that's how you get the belt. Or do you have to like break so many wooden, pallets, and if you break them all, you get the black? Like, how do you get the black belt? What is it?
It's a lot of for every belt level, they have to learn a routine. They have to learn so many moves by memory, mastery of weapons, things like that. So it's an accrued skill set for sure. And they test you hard. Like his dedication on this has been,
that's awesome. So it's no bullshit. He's gonna fuck somebody up someday.
He's gonna drop somebody like a rock. And
that's cool.
I'm gonna be very excited for that. The day that he snaps somebody's wrist. It's just I'm so looking forward to it. Yeah, it's gonna be great.
It's like sir, your son snapped 4 wrists at school today. Yeah.
All that
That's
tuition
what I'm
paid
talking
off.
About.
They're going to expect me to be upset or like, or sorry,
funny.
apologetic. And I'm going to be like,
Can you stop?
Yeah, you did.
Can you stop laughing and high-fiving your son, sir? This is serious. And there's 4 kids with snap wrists behind
Can I see them?
Oh my God.
More than 12 years ago, Megadad started as a place for an older generation to go to talk about their love of video games. We know that just because you get older doesn't mean you stop having fun, and gaming will always be our passion. But just as people grow and change over the years, so has Megadads, and that's why today's Megadads celebrates fun, fully grown.
We know your interests are broad. Ours are too. And while video games will always be at the core of what we do, we're dedicated to showing you all the ways we celebrate fun, fully grown here at Megadads.
Whether it's playing the latest video games, checking out the coolest movies,
finding the rarest cards,
unboxing amazing collectibles,
or simply exploring the world around us.
You can be sure you'll get coverage of the best that life has to offer. There's so much to enjoy in this world, and we here at Megadads are dedicated to showing it to you. So subscribe today and come by every day, because this is Megadads, fun, fully grown. What's making you fucking positive?
So along the lines of being very proud of our children, my daughter is 6 and she is playing video games, and she's playing to a level that's scary, like figuring out, I think I shared when we were playing the platformer Magic Hat, she's figuring out things of how to get past obstacles before me. And I was scared. I was like, how did you figure out a platformer mechanic before me? Like, I've been playing games forever. So her thing this morning was she needed to play Balatro real bad.
Balatro?
So she knows the poker rules now. she can do a straight. She knows what a flush is. She knows like how to do like, 2 pair. So she's like, can we play the card game? And she doesn't realize that she is honing her gambling skills very early on. So, she thinks it's a video game and it's like based on, poker gambling type stuff. But she is very much a fan of card games, and she just enjoys it. And I was thinking, as a kid, if I was a kid, would that be appealing to me? Like, oh, get the high score and move on and all that. So I just found it interesting what her taste was. I was like, okay, so this got you hooked. She's like, oh yeah, I want to make another Full House. And I was like, okay, am I doing wrong here, Adam? Should I not be? It's not a violence thing. It's not like a video game violence thing, but should I not expose my child to poker?
No, I think you're doing it right. I think you're laying the seeds for your retirement is what you're doing. So
yes.
I think you're good.
She's really good at games, period, and it's kind of scary how good she is at Balatro. In fact, as she gets past the rounds, eventually she tries to lose because she's like, I like the first stages. Like, and I'm like, okay, and that doesn't, she's like, I just want to go back to the beginning and then earn, $30-$40, and then I want to lose on purpose and go back. So very interesting, the mind of the child and what is going on here. So very, very cool to see her playing games.
Yes. You should watch Rain Man with her.
Oh my
and then, and then you guys
shoot
can
for
make
the
a lot.
moon. Shoot
Yep.
for the moon.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready to talk about this game that to your point in our Discord, you said, Adam, you are having a journey with this game. And I absolutely am. I received a code from Bethesda for Indiana Jones and the Great Circle for the Nintendo Switch 2.
Was ist das? Die Relikte des großen Kreises. Exzellenz.
the Great Circle.
This is an action-adventure title by Machine Games, and I believe Machine Games is known for Wolfenstein, correct?
Yeah, they've done Wolfenstein for sure. Yeah, Machine Games.
This was a big release for Xbox. I believe last year, a year ago, that this Indiana Jones game came out. It has now arrived on the Switch 2 platform. Got some emails from our contact at Bethesda. I said, let's give it a go. Let's try it. I wanted to play this game. I was curious about it. I definitely had apprehension about it. I've talked a lot on this show about how I am not a first-person shooter fan, a first-person perspective player for the most part. And I was very dismayed that this game was in first person. It kind of ruined my hype for it. In my mind, first person is reserved for like horror games. I think that's very effective, a horror game. And also, obviously, VR.
but I'm not a shooter guy. And I was kind of bummed out because I was like, this game is gonna that's what this game is gonna be. I was not prepared for what this game actually is.
Yes, they took a very interesting take to what we all thought was going to be an Uncharted, didn't they?
Right. I mean, that's naturally where your brain goes. They're making Xbox is making a treasure hunting adventure game. You're like, oh, they're making their own Tomb Raider. They're making their own Uncharted. This is going to be great. How are they going to pull that out in first person? That's not even close to what this game is. Mm-hmm. Indiana Jones relies very heavily on the puzzle element. There's lots of puzzles. There's lots of things to solve. And it's surprisingly wide open in scope. I'm only about, I probably want to say like 6-7 hours into this game. So I haven't gone to a lot of different areas. But the main area that I have gone to is the Vatican. Go to Vatican City. And it's like presented like an open world game.
Yeah. Where
you can go and do side quests, collect things, talk to people, get more treasure maps to do more side quest stuff. And I was like, man, this sucks. This is not what I wanted.
Why am I talking to these Jesuit priests or whatever going on? Like these, why am I walking through a courtyard or like, what is going on here?
You spend so much time just like walking around and talking to people. There's like a whole quest of like, you got to get your camera. You got to get a camera.
My God, the camera quest.
So you can take pictures of these things to bring to this guy so that you can get other stuff and access to this and that. And I'm like, it's very gamey. It's very, very video gamey. And it felt like Fallout. It felt like Skyrim, which I guess it's Bethesda, so that makes sense. But like, it felt so video gamey that it was really pulling me out of the feeling of being Indiana Jones. Like, and I don't think anything expresses it more than the fact that you go and you take these photos, immediately go back to the guy you took the photos for, and you hand him photographs. And I'm like, where did he develop these photos?
Where did he develop the photos?
Where did Indy develop these photos?
It's a Polaroid. The first Polaroid somehow teleported back in time or something. I don't know.
And it just wrecked it for me, man. I was like, what the hell are we doing? And then I actually got to the catacombs underneath Vatican City.
Ooh.
And my opinion of this game completely flipped. Once you start doing Indiana Jones stuff in Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, it's really good. Like, it's really good. A lot of the puzzle elements are, you're solving kind of non-traditional puzzles. There's lots of traps, lots of navigating through crypts. You go in like waist-high water and there's bones and rats and you're carrying a flaming torch. And it's not action-based at all. Yeah. So I was not hating the first person as much because I'm not doing like Twitch gaming, right? I'm not like running around and shooting. You have a gun, but you really don't want to use the gun. You want to use your fists and you want to use your whip because you can be overcome very easily in this game. If you take on a group of 5 fascists, they're going to beat your ass down. So it's a lot of sneaking, slow combat or evading combat. And so while I don't think this game benefits from first person at all, I would much rather play this third person. I don't hate it as much as I thought I would because the gameplay is so much different than what I thought it was going to be. What were your thoughts on the first person aspect of this game?
I didn't mind first person. I was honestly just taken aback by the big swings they took with the deviation of what we thought it could have been.
Right.
I did not get past
I guess
the
it's
Upper
social.
Vatican when I played this game because it was, and I wouldn't even call it bad, but I was expecting and wanting an action Uncharted thing.
Yeah.
And I will give it full props that it is actually the top of the Vatican. Like the early stuff is very interesting. Like the environments are incredibly detailed, and that's enough to give you that like the graphics are like very good. So
Yeah.
that kept me going at first. But then I started to appreciate the non-traditional puzzles where the clue is hearing conversations happening by some workers that are happening, and you're like, if you pay attention to what they're saying, it gives you a clue
Yeah.
of where you should go next. And you just happen to
so
be like,
bad.
oh, I wonder what's over here, and then you find something unexpected, and now you have a new route. And I'm like, oh, there's verticality here, like all sorts of like surprise after surprise, and nothing bombastic, but just enough. But again, not my cup of tea because I wasn't shooting anybody. I'm like, where's the whip? What's going on here? And I got frustrated. And when I later heard that this was like critically acclaimed, I was like, I just must have, like you said, I guess put it down too soon, or just wasn't my cup of tea. But what it was doing was really good. It was just so surprising that that's what they were trying to do.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot more to this game that I haven't played. But once you get underground, the focus narrows, and it isn't like you can go do this or you could go do that or you go. It's like, no, you're Indiana Jones and you're in a crypt, and there's going to be traps and there's going to be puzzles and there's going to be Nazis, and that's what I was looking for. That's what I wanted this game to be. But it took so long to get there. But once I did, like, that's all I've been doing since. So I'm very excited because I'm like, please let this be the rest of the game. Because I'm really enjoying my time with it now. Couple things I want to touch on. In regard to the first person, and it does a couple of weird things that a lot of games do, but drive me fucking nuts. There's like, you can change Indy's outfit. There's like multiple movie outfits, and it doesn't make any sense to me why any of these first-person games allow you to change your outfit and you never see what you look like.
Yeah. Well, actually, when you climb a ladder, doesn't it zoom out?
That's my next gripe.
If you jump,
the Avatar game did this same thing. In Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora, anytime you'd get on a mount, it would go into third person because the game knows that that's the cool angle, right?
Yeah.
But that's such a small sliver. And Indy does it even shorter. If you're climbing a ladder, or if you're vaulting over something, or if you're swinging on your whip, it will pull out to third person mode. And sometimes those climbs are very short.
Yes.
And it's seizure inducing when you're just vaulting up a ledge and it's like first person, third person, first person. And it just like pulls you back and throws you back in so fast that it's like, why? What was the point of that? Why are they even doing that?
Yeah.
It's very weird. You could stay in first person going up a ladder. I do it all the time in VR. You could stay in first person when you're swinging on a whip.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make any sense. Small gripe, but it drives me nuts. And then there's platforming. There's a few puzzles where it's timing and jumping based, and that in first person is just never going to be fun. It's so hard to get your bearings. As far as graphics and this performance on Switch 2,
the port to Switch, the powerhouse that is Switch 2. How fuzzy are we talking here? How much Vaseline is on this thing?
The visuals themselves are fine, but there is a lot of draw distance stuff. The intro to this game is the opening to Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Love that opening.
The tutorial
what a good
is
opening.
Raiders.
Yeah.
Great opening.
Great opening.
But it struggles on Switch 2. Your trees are just like popping, pop, 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 foliage, pop, 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 pop.
Ouch.
Bad intro for Switch. I bet that was fucking humming on Series X, right?
Yeah,
I
it
bet that
looked beautiful
amazing.
on Series X. Beautiful.
Yeah, so that being your first impression on Switch 2, I'm like, oh crap, this is going to be rough.
Yeah.
Haven't had that really since because the environments haven't been that dense. Maybe this game goes back to that. I don't know. But there hasn't really been any frame rate issues. There's some weird lighting stuttering. But yeah, it's a Switch 2 game. But impressive, I guess, for what Switch 2 could be. But I mean, it's I'm sure it doesn't hold a candle to the PS5 and Xbox versions of this title. Mm-hmm. Troy Baker as Indiana Jones is really impressive.
Yes.
Is really impressive. Like, you can tell it's not Harrison Ford, but it's a really good likeness of him. And then seeing Harrison Ford's face, it really feels like a new indie adventure. And I'm a big indie fan. I'm such a big indie fan that... Hot take! I even like Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Don't tell me that's the Shia LaBeouf one.
That's the Shia LaBeouf one.
You didn't.
I think that movie is fun as hell. I love Indiana Jones, man. Even when Indiana Jones is kind of dumb and hokey, like, I like it. It's like my Jurassic Park, right?
Yeah, it is.
I know this quality isn't that great, but goddamn, I'm having a good time. And I liked that movie. So to be in a genuine indie adventure that really feels like I'm in his fedora, I went on such a journey with this game, dude, because I was in the Discord. I'm like, man, this game is just really not doing it. This is so subpar.
Yeah.
And then it hit second gear, and I was like, oh my God, is this game going to be good? Is this going to be a good game? And yeah, I'm really enjoying my time with Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Even if it's on the Nintendo platform and it's got one hand tied behind its back.
Grows on you over time. Yeah, they took big swings with that game. A lot of interesting choices across the board.
Yeah.
A lot of interesting choices. I have great joy in picturing you at the screening of Crystal Skull and like everyone in the theater's just walking out and you're just there happy as a clam, eating your popcorn, smiling at the screen. Shia LaBeouf comes on the screen like for like, the 10th time, and your smile gets a little bit bigger because you're like, I am in. Wasn't that one? Didn't that say like aliens or something like that?
That's the only part of the film.
No spoilers.
That's the only part of the film that was like, like the very ending when they like do the thing is kind of like, But up until that point, man, I didn't even mind the fucking monkeys. There's like a scene where they're like swinging with monkeys and stuff.
Or something.
I'm just like, man, I like this. This is fun.
This program is powered by Megadad's Boost, our public support program. You can join at patreon.com/Megadads. For over 10 years, Megadads has been bringing you the best in podcasts, reviews, interviews, family fun, and so much more. As an independent media organization, we rely on audience members like you to help support what we do, to ensure that Megadads can continue to bring you the great content that you enjoy. If you've been watching, listening, or playing along through the years, please consider lending your support by becoming a member of Megadads Boost. Memberships start for as little as $1 a month, and you can start collecting your Boost rewards from day one. Rewards like art cards, early access podcasts, reviews, gameplay clips, and so much more. Please visit patreon.com/Megadads and become a member today. You can help us continue to make more of that Megadads coverage you've loved over the last 10 years well into the future by becoming a member of Megadads Boost. The place to be for Megadads socials is the Megadads Discord, where you can engage with your favorite Megadads as well as other friends of the Megadads every single day in our stress-free and welcoming social space. When you're a member of our Discord, you will get alerts for all of our content drops, so you never have to miss a review, a podcast, or a hot take. Partake in our fun weekly Megadads holidays like Waluigi Wednesday and Final Fantasy Sunday. Megadads Discord is fun, free, and follows you wherever you go. Join us today and become part of the conversation.
It's time for the sweet release, where we talk about next week's game releases. There's only a couple because again, we're in this summer game reveal season, so the thunder's going to the announcements, not so much the drops. But there's an interesting one called NBA The Run. This is coming across PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC. It's a 3-on-3 arcade basketball game with real NBA licensed characters. I think this looks kind of fun. Are you a sports game guy, Antonio?
Surprisingly, in my when I was younger, it was just hockey, and I would just play the hockey games. But now, as I've gotten older and I've like tried them more, it doesn't matter if it's NBA, NFL, baseball, all these sports games. Like as I tried them, I'm like, this is pretty good, and it's because I haven't seen like this is the same shit like for the 8th time. Like I don't have that because I haven't like been deep into these games. But when you play them now, because they've been polishing all of them, I actually enjoy whenever, like if there's a free trial for these things, or there was a one for MLB The Show on Switch recently, and it looked like garbage, but the gameplay was really good. I'm like, this is great. So yeah, here and there, I'm a sports guy.
Well, and this one's kind of exciting because it is arcadey. It's like street basketball. Reminds me kind of like of NBA Jam, NFL Blitz. I remember those games. That's a unique take on it. It's not just the simulation stuff. So I think this game looks pretty cool.
No, it looks great. Yeah, NBA Street was a favorite of ours. We played the hell out of that. NBA Playgrounds was one of the... They tried to make that game, and it was so bad. They released another NBA Playgrounds called version 2 or remix or golden or something like that. I was so pissed at how the broken state of the game, but it was like supposed to be in the vein and spiritual successor of like NBA Street with like small chibi cartoony characters. And it was so bad. So that's my only hesitation, because I can see like, how could they mess this up? I bought that game right away. I'm like, oh yeah, this formula is going to work, and it didn't. So, I'm skeptical, but we'll see.
Sure. The other game is To a T for the Nintendo Switch 2. Now,
To a T. What's that?
I think this game came out on Xbox previously, or maybe PC. It's from the maker of Katamari Damacy, and you play as a character. I believe his arms are stuck straight out to the side in a T shape, and it's just a quirky-ass, weird puzzle game, which I'm probably going to play because I like weird, quirky-ass puzzle games. And I like the letter T.
I mean,
that sound is the caboose.
Yeah, okay.
It's the end of this episode of Mega Dads Live, where we give you a recommendation of something outside the world of video games that we think you might enjoy. And it's summertime. The sun is out. School's getting out. It's time to go and explore the world. And my recommendation is to go out into the wild on your bike as far as you can go. I know some people live in urban areas and there's not a lot of bike trails, but in the suburbs of the Twin Cities areas, we got so many parks, so many trails, and we can just get on our bikes and go and go and go. It's great exercise. It's great to get out and touch some grass and experience the world with no phones. Go on a bike trip with your kids and go and explore something you've never seen before. Go on a path you have not tread before, and you'll have just an absolute blast of a time.
I couldn't disagree more. I'm going to go the other way with my caboose, and I'm going to say that the outside world is scary, and you don't want to be out there. Stay inside where it's safe and play a video game. Specifically, Everything is Crab. If you recall, a couple episodes ago, we covered this, and I typically don't cover demos, but it was so good, I knew that it was going to be a hit. I made an MDL episode about it, and it is hit release now. So the demo's still available. Go ahead and try it if you'd like. But Everything is Crab is now out, and it delivers a lot more than was available in the demo. So they kept cooking, and it's such a great game. Just to summarize, you start as like a little blob, and there's all these like you're a shapeless form, and as you eat other animals that are around, you level up and you get to choose your genetics. So it's like, do you want a beak like a bird? Do you want octopus arms? Do you want fur so you can survive better in the cold? Do you want legs so you're faster? And as you choose different branching evolutions, your character physically changes. So if you choose the chunky thing, you get bigger. If you choose the smaller thing, like an ant, you get smaller. And your physical thing changes, your attacks change, you run faster, and you can play the game while as a predator, where you kill other things and eat them, or you can just try to steal food and be small like a rat and do it that way. And you can fight bosses every once in a while, and you can either defeat the boss or outrun the boss and they quit, and then it counts as a win, and you just keep going. So you're creating your own animal, somewhat like Spore, if you remember back in the day. So it's a animal evolution game, roguelike, and you just keep trying to try different patterns of evolutions and figure out the different like stat rolls and different things that keep unlocking. And it's like, oh, now enemies are tougher. Oh, now there's different biomes. Oh, now you're going to start with extra this or that. Or if you get bigger, you'll have more rare genetic things. It's just a really great roguelike game. Everything is Crab is a highly recommend from Hypecaster. You got to play it.
You know what else is crab? Your crabs.
Yeah.
The crabs that you got from that hooker.
Crabs hurt. I just want to say that. Okay.
That's going to do it for this episode of Megadads Live. Thank you so much for listening, for watching, and for supporting over at patreon.com/Megadads. You can be a booster and get every episode of this podcast 5 days early. And
how, Adam?
Free.
How?
By going to patreon.com/Megadads, biatch. It only takes $1 a month. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.